We are back with more My Southern Home, and I'm here with Nathan Reed with the Clean Air Co. And Nathan, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
So I'm so excited to have you on the show because we're going to talk about radon, which is so dangerous, and homeowners really need to know the importance of keeping their home safe from this.
Yeah, being that we're the clean air company, we handle things like mold remediation and indoor air quality, and one of those aspects in the Middle Tennessee area is radon gas. And so radon is a naturally occurring gas that comes up from the soil from decaying uranium. And so this gas is very dangerous when it's at high concentrations in a house. So, we're in the crawl space encapsulation and conditioning business. And one of the things that we do when we condition a crawl space is we seal up the vents. Now, radon, when it comes up into a house, it can escape from the house in many different ways, through a roof vent, or through leaky doors and windows, or through the foundation vents. But when we seal those, we're cutting off one of the ways that radon gas can escape. So just over the last year, we found it important to educate homeowners on this topic. And so we provide, whenever we do a conditioned crawl space, we provide a radon monitor to the homeowner so they know what their levels are.
So when you say this is dangerous, what are some of the things that the health issues that radon causes?
So radon gas is the #2 cause of lung cancer behind cigarette smoking. And I can tell you just a few months ago, I had an interaction with a homeowner. We did a project for him, a crawl space project, and then he said, it was for his daughter's house. He said, I'd like you to come check out my home as well. I had a radon system put in before I bought the house. And so the radon system was put in, but they never tested it afterwards. Mm-hmm. And so when I went out to consult with a homeowner, we found out that his radon levels were about 6 times what the EPA recommends for remediation or mitigation. And so, and he also shared with me that his wife had passed several years ago from lung cancer, and she was quite a healthy person. So that's how seriously we take it. Is every homeowner needs to be educated on that subject, especially in the Middle Tennessee area. We have a lot of underlying rock, and the radon gas comes up from rocky soils.
Well, it's so important that once you put the system in, that you have regular testing, because it's going to come back.
So it's important to know what your numbers are before we start a project. That's why we hand out a radon monitor, and it's important to know what those numbers are afterwards, the new normal, once we've sealed up the house. Because you hear this word in the construction industry a lot, right? A tight home. We're building energy efficient and tight homes, but the tighter that we build a house, the more radon levels can build up inside the house. So it's really important to monitor it.
So Nathan, how do you mitigate radon?
So it first starts with that testing, right? And we want to know what those numbers are and if a system is even warranted. But if it is warranted, the most important component, and this is where a lot of companies get it wrong, is you have to have a very well-sealed crawl space vapor barrier. It's important that it's sealed to the walls and around the columns, because a radon system is composed of a fan, and that fan is typically mounted to the outside of the house with plumbing that extends into the house, and we put that vapor barrier under a vacuum. So we're essentially extracting radon from below, from below that vapor barrier before it can come up into the house and affect your indoor air quality.
And this barrier not only helps with radon, which is very important, but it helps with other things too.
Oh yeah. If you're considering an encapsulated or conditioned crawl space, you definitely want to know what those radon numbers are, because as you said, the encapsulation, that handles moisture or deals with moisture issues, but it can also help in addressing radon.
And when you help someone, and let's just say that you're going there from radon and you're in the crawl space, you really check for everything.
Oh, it starts with a very thorough inspection. Exterior, interior, inside of the ductwork. We just want a holistic, a complete picture of what's going on in that crawl space and how it can impact the health of the occupants in the home.
Well, I just love the Clean Air Code because you guys are so passionate about this, because a lot of homeowners don't know that the air underneath your home is the air in your home.
Yeah, you hear this all the time. That space is out of sight and out of mind, but at the Clean Air Co, it's front of mind for us.
And Nathan, you guys are actually certified in this.
Yeah, the state of Tennessee does not inspect radon systems, and they don't require that installers be certified. But we just wanted to go to that extra step that make sure we were up to all the latest standards on radon installation. And I've seen a lot of installations that I can tell they haven't been inspected. There's really no knowledge behind what's being done. It's just being done to satisfy a home inspection. We want to make sure that we're not just satisfying a home inspection, but we're protecting the homeowners.
Well, it's really important for homeowners to do their due diligence and ask questions like, are you certified? Do you need to be certified? And really find out who they're hiring to come in their home to perform such an important service.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, it's all about the installation and the methods used to mitigate that radon. And we just want to make sure that we're protecting people to the fullest.
And if someone is concerned about their crawl space, you guys offer complimentary home inspections.
So we'll come out and we'll do a full assessment of the exterior, the interior, the living space as well. We have a specialized camera that allows us to go down and scope through air duct lines and see if there's any growth inside of that, any particulate that could be dangerous. So, we try to leave no stone unturned.
Well, I love that because mold and radon are very tricky and very dangerous things to have in your home.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, we're standing in a beautiful house today, right? And it feels safe, it feels clean, but what's underneath? And most homeowners don't go down there. Allow us to come out and do that for you.
And you took care of this home.
We did.
So we're very safe in here today.
100%.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be back with more My Southern Home in just a moment.